If you had the discipline to make one bet per day, would you win more in the long run, or would you still be in the same situation that you're in right now? Well, let's put that to the test. So in this series of videos, I'm sharing my screen. I'm only placing one bet per day. I'm sharing the research with you guys. And if you're along for the journey, hopefully we can turn this $200 deposit into thousands. So let's do a quick recap on the day that was. So we took a fat L on the first day. The New York Mets got the win, but the Brewers lost against the Nationals. She got smoked. I'm surprised they didn't lose by more, to be honest. But then looking at the bonus play, we only went 1 from 3. The leg that did hit was that NRL play that I spoke to you all about. I was confident in it. It did cash. Live and you learn. So we're running it back. I will let you know that I actually recorded this video already. The research, a lot of it. And I got to tell you, it was one of the worst videos I've ever put together in my life. So I've decided to reshoot it. The bets have been placed, so this might be a little bit shorter for y'all, but I'll take you through what I did, what I went through, and where I ultimately landed. So let's jump straight back into the sports book. So I've already placed the bet, so I've got a $0 balance already, and I'll get to that in a minute. Let's just for a second take a look at what we went through, where we landed. So firstly, on the NBA Summer League, I did take a look at that. There's a whole lot of games in that. The problem with that, it is a Summer League. It doesn't have massive amounts of coverage. And I haven't been staying too close to a lot of these players who are playing, so didn't have any confidence taking that. Looked at the WNBA as well. We've got the Sky versus Liberty. I'd like to take a Liberty money line, but Brianna Stewart might not be good to go. Lainey Hamilton's already out as well. There could be an upset on the cards, so I just chose to stay away from it. And the Wings versus Sparks, 2 of the most terrible teams in the comp. I didn't want to take any bets on them either. I even took a look at international basketball. There's a couple of friendlies that are happening. A lot of under 20 stuff and some friendlies. So Germany versus Netherlands, the line is 30.5, so I don't want to play that. We've got Argentina versus Great Britain. Argentina, very short favorite, so I'm sure that they win, but something that I wanted to really get on. And that really just left us with which is an Australian sport. That's on tomorrow. So I'll let you know the first leg that I've already taken is this one. It's the Manly Sea Eagles money line. You would have taken this bet 3 to 4 days ago. You would have got pretty much close to plus money because it was a pick'em at that point. News drops, some injuries have occurred, some players are out for the Newcastle Knights. So the Manly Sea Eagles walk into this game as heavy favorites. At these particular odds, I think it's still worth taking. So I've added them to the slips. That's definitely one. If you don't know anything about the sport, pretty much this team is the Manly Sea Eagles are already a better team than the Newcastle Knights. We have State of Origin, which is similar to an all-star game, but where they give a shit. So the best players from all the teams are usually missing. A lot of the best players from the Manly Sea Eagles didn't get chosen, so they're only missing one player. Newcastle Knights, they probably only have 2 to 3 good players on the team as it is, and all of those guys are playing in that game. So that Newcastle Knights team, thin at the moment, they're lacking in a lot of depth. So I think the Manly Sea Eagles should win that game with ease. So I've taken them. And then we looked at the baseball. And I ran the ChatGPT simulation through some articles in there. The first one I looked at was the Phillies versus the Oakland Athletics. So I did look at that yesterday. For extremely short favorites, the Athletics have managed to upset them. So when they're going up again, I thought this could be the Phillies' chance. I ran the simulation through ChatGPT. Let me show you what it gave us. And it gave me some contradicting information. So the Phillies were predicted to win, but the Athletics predicted to cover the run line. That didn't sit well with me. I prefer to have a team that's going to win and cover if I was going to take the money line because I don't want to sweat over these bets. So I chose not to play that. But where I did ultimately land is in the next game. I looked at the Dodgers versus the Tigers, and ChatGPT plus all the articles I fed it have told me the Dodgers are predicted to win. The Dodgers are also predicted to cover the run line. The better team. The Tigers have been playing better as of late, but the Dodgers, at the odds that I got them, are pretty good, pretty comfortable to take them there. So they're pretty much the 2 plays that I ended up on. So I've got $100 on the Manly Sea Eagles to win that game and the Dodgers to win their game as well. I'm going to bring us back $249, get us back into the profit. And with the bonus cash, I put 50 bonus cash on the Dodgers to cover the run line and the Manly Sea Eagles to cover 7.5 points. If those 2 things happen, an extra 159 into the balance. So it's a pretty straightforward one. this particular video, so not going to hammer on for about it too long. Do want to take this opportunity to get your thoughts and some feedback on my other types of content. Obviously, since the NBA's finished, I've done some MLB stuff, spent a lot of time doing some WNBA things. The WNBA bets, some great days, had some poor days as well. Kind of frustrating, but I want to take this opportunity to ask what you wanted to see. So the options I'm considering at the moment, we can get straight back into the WNBA stuff, some deep dives, my best bets. We can also get into the MLB stuff. I haven't spoken about the player prop shop in quite some time. I can take you through a couple of their plays if you guys want to hear it. I'm not going to do multiple videos in a day, so I'm really just picking one. So let me know what you guys are interested in. Also, an update on some of the affiliates that I work with is the one thing I wanted to call out. So Rebet now has available player props for the WNBA. I've seen a lot of positive feedback on Rebet, so feel free to check those guys out. There's a link to Rebet in the video description below, and if you use that link or if you sign up using the code DAR, once you make your first deposit, you begin deposit matches and all that type of good stuff as well. They're also available in 42 out of the 50 states, so for the most of you in the US, you'll be able to get onto Rebet, so feel free to check those guys out. Also, an update on the subscriber count. Next milestone for us is 8,500 subscribers. Couldn't do it without y'all, but if you haven't subscribed already, up to the channel because your boy's getting busy. Throw your support my way. I surely do appreciate it. We've got some big things coming up in the future, and I don't want you to miss out. So support your boy. But outside of that, if you do choose to ride with me, best of luck to you. If you don't, all good, man. The best plays to make at the end of the day are your own. So do your research, stay disciplined, and make sure you got some bankroll management in your life. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.